Niger's economic wahala. Why we go care. Abeg my people. This matter concern all of us. Today we go yarn about something way day important. Nigeria's economy. E no be small thing because e affect every single one of us. You know how them say money be the root of all evil? Well for Niger, e get as a be. Well for Niger, money or lack of am na him they cause plenty gabej. E they affect our daily lives in ways we no fit ignore. From the price of gari to the cost of fuel, everything they connect to how our economy they function. E be like chain reaction. When things they go well, everybody they happy. We they see 'em for our daily lives. We they chop better food, buy new clothes, and even travel go obodo oyinbo. Life they sweet when economy they balance. But when things go south, nasa wahala go start. It go be like say everything just scatter. People go they lose their jobs, businesses go fold up, and even mama put go increase the price of rice and beans. E go affect everybody. So, to understand why things be like this for Niger, we need to look back at our history and see how our economic policies donde play us. E get plenty we fit learn from our past. Grab your popcorn, my people, because this go be one interesting ride. We go break 'em down, so everybody go understand. From groundnuts to black gold, the early years. After independence in 1960, Nigeria been day like the new kid on the block. We had plenty potential, especially with our abundant natural resources. Our economy been day rely heavily on agriculture. We were exporting groundnuts, cocoa, and rubber like nobody's business. Those days, life been day sweet for many Nigerians. Farmers day smile go market, and our currency, the naira, been day strong like Olumo rock. We even get hope say we go soon become one of the world's biggest economies.
But as the saying goes, man proposes, but God disposes. Things started to change when we discovered oil in commercial quantities in the Niger Delta.
Oil boom and bust. When money day flow, everybody go chop. This phrase captures the essence of a time when Nigeria was awash with oil money. The discovery of oil in the 1970s changed everything. It was a turning point that promised a new era of wealth and prosperity. Suddenly, Nigeria became an oil-producing giant. The black gold flowed freely, and the nation's fortunes seemed limitless. Money day flow like River Niger during the rainy season. It was a time of abundance, and everyone felt the impact.
Our leaders at that time, with their agbada and big grammar, promised us heaven on earth. They spoke of a future filled with endless possibilities. They embarked on ambitious projects, built new infrastructure, and aimed to transform the nation, and even hosted the world at Festix 77. It was a grand celebration of culture and unity.
But like a plate of jollof rice, way they finish quick for a Wambe party. The oil boom didn't last. The good times were fleeting, the oil boom didn't last. The celebration was short-lived, and reality soon set in. The global oil glut of the 1980s hit Nigeria hard. The once booming industry faced a severe downturn. Oil prices crashed and our economy went into recession. The streets that once bustled with activity became quiet. The government, weighed on already chopped bell, full with oil money, didn't know what to do again. They were unprepared for the crisis. They started borrowing money from foreign countries and our debt profile skyrocketed. The dreams of prosperity turned into a nightmare of debt and economic hardship.
Section 4, Essayip My Bell, Structural Adjustment and the People's Struggle. This chapter delves into the heart of Nigeria's economic turmoil and the people's resilience in the face of adversity.
By the mid-1980s, Nigeria's economy was in shambles. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, came knocking with their briefcase full of solutions. They proposed a series of economic reforms that promised to stabilize the economy, but came with stringent conditions.
They introduced the Structural Adjustment Program, or SAP, which they said would help us restructure our economy. Government officials were optimistic, believing that these measures would lead to long-term growth and stability.
But SAP was like bitter leaf soup, good for your health but hard to swallow. It brought about devaluation of the naira, removal of subsidies on essential commodities, and privatization of government-owned companies. These changes were supposed to make the economy more efficient, but they also made life much harder for ordinary Nigerians.
The result? Prices of everything skyrocketed. People way they managed before started to feel the heat. Basic necessities became luxuries, and the gap between the rich and the poor widened even further.
Students protested, workers went on strike, and even market women joined the fight for a better life. The streets were filled with voices demanding change, unity in their struggle against the harsh economic realities imposed by SAP.
Section 5. The rise of Nollywood and Jollapreneurs, Hope and Hustle.
Despite the economic challenges, Nigerians are a resilient bunch. They always find a way to survive, even when things stay tough.
While the government they struggled to fix the economy, Nigerians took matters into their own hands. We saw the rise of Nollywood, our own version of Hollywood, which provided entertainment and jobs for many.
Entrepreneurs, or Jollapreneurs as we like to call them, started springing up everywhere. From fashion designers to tech gurus, Nigerians were creating their own opportunities and making a name for themselves both at home and abroad.